Unacademy. Let's crack it.
So, hello everyone. This is Dr. Neha Taneja, your educator and mentor for community medicine on an academy platform. Today, it's actually an honor for me to be interviewing Dr. Phalak, and it is like an amazing news that we want to share with all you learners out there that he has scored an amazingly good rank of 38 in the INI-CET November 2022, and he is just now doing his internship. So it even gives us more of a hope, more of a motivation to how to crack entrances even during your internship. So it's an absolute honor to call him today here and have a talk with you all, and we hope that whatever he tells us, whatever he talks about his strategy, could be helpful to each one of you. So, welcome, Dr. Phalak. How are you feeling? Let's start with that.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, everyone. This is Phalak Dhaka. Right now, it's been 3 days since the result was declared, and the feeling is still like sinking in that I secured a rank under 50. So it's been a pretty good three days, and I hope so. The coming days are also better. So yes, ma'am.
I'm sure they will be, and I'm sure everybody must be, your parents, everyone must be very, very happy.
Yeah,
And it's actually very
yes, ma'am.
inspiring to all of us also that, even during your internship, you've managed to crack INI-CET. So in your first very attempt. So could you tell us from which college you are and how did you start your preparation journey? Particularly, please tell us during your first, second, third year, were you into that preparation phase and all about that? We would love to know about it.
So, I am currently doing my MBBS at the AIMS, the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Rishikesh campus, and I'm from the 17 batch of MBBS. So, in first year, second year, I was because we have 100% MCQ pattern at a college, so that is kind of we had to prepare for MCQ pattern exam since early on. So we were focused on solving MCQs and we had to read everything from the books early on. So I preferred reading standard textbooks in first and second year, and then I went on to when I entered third prof, then I became more serious about starting my preparation, and then I took subscription and then I started watching videos. Before that, I was totally focused on reading books by myself and attending the postings in my college.
Okay, so he's told us two very,
And then in third and fourth year.
Yeah, please say. Third and fourth year.
And I'm in third year, fourth year, I watched the videos, and then I after watching the videos, I used to read the textbook so that my time, I could save my time reading the textbook. Just for the first time, it takes some time to understand the text, and then you have to highlight the important stuff when you read the textbook for the first time. But when I was used to watch the lecture, then it became easier to see what was important, what was less important. So then and then I used to solve the questions to reinforce what I was learning along with that. So yeah.
Okay, so that's very nice. He's told us two very important things, that he did read his standard textbooks while he was in college, while he was in the first, second, third, and final year, which is very, very important. And since he's an intern now, he has been regularly attending postings. Then whatever he was reading, he combined it with the lectures and did not leave doing MCQs at any one point of time. That is absolutely important. How important do you think is doing MCQs during first to final year, and how do you manage the time? That is a bit of the concern for students, right? Most of them think that the syllabus is not over, we are just reading right now. So how can we do MCQ? So how would you kind of motivate them or tell them your strategy? How did you manage doing MCQs during your college years only?
Yeah, ma'am. So I'm like, what I felt was that like once we have read the content, and then we like when we solve the MCQs, like that kind of like what I have read, and when I revisit that thing during the MCQ, that kind of like creates a, like I can like create a mind, like I have the concept of that like mind palace. Like I used to use that concept ki bhai, like I used to make connections ki bhai acha is tarah se like I like the thing is going on. So solving the MCQ just after reading the topic is like it makes easier to like remember that thing for a longer duration rather than laying off the pehle, like I'll complete the theory and then I'll solve MCQs once like I'm done with reading the, because that day never comes ki like you'll keep on waiting and you'll keep on postponing ki bhai baad mein I'll solve MCQs, but aisa like it you keep on postponing and then you never solve and like you're less likely to solve MCQs later on, and you're less likely to recall those content which you have read in the first go. So like I didn't have like any app in my first 2 years. So like I used to like solve the MCQs from the review books which I used to like which I got from my seniors. Then after like entering third prof, then I went on and took the apps. So then I started solving the PYQs, and also PYQs also I started solving early on, so that I knew that what was important, and I like focused on that topic particularly. So that was also one thing that I started early. I started focusing on PYQs early rather than keeping it for later on.
Yeah, that is very very correct. That वो दिन आता ही नहीं है जब आप सोचते हो कि अब MCQ करेंगे. So that keeps on postponing only. So it's always better to have a look at the MCQs then and there. And like you said, like he pointed out very correctly, that he has been looking at previous year questions from the very beginning, because that gives you an idea about what things are important when you are reading something, right? Like if you're reading a particular topic, you would know, if you've seen the PYQs, that from this chapter this particular topic is important, right? So that is very very correct. And during your preparation phase, you need to keep a balance between your notes as well as your MCQs. That's absolutely correct. So tell us, how did Unacademy, you were a plus subscriber, I think so. Okay. So how did Unacademy help you in your journey, and when did you get this, subscription, and how it paved your way through the success that you've achieved?
Yes, ma'am. So like I came to learn about Unacademy like in third year only. Like I wish that I came to knew about it earlier, like even in second prof. Like but I came to know it about like through various like social media platform, that there is a app and you can like solve the questions and watch live classes, both free as well as plus classes over there. So I first went for the free one, and then when I liked, then I paid for the scholarship tests also, and then like I won 100% scholarship. So like I won a scholarship for 1 year, so that it was like it was a kind of blessing in disguise. So I got a full access to the content, and then I started like doing the Q bank from because the Q bank of Unacademy was focusing more on the previous year questions, so that was helping me at least cover that portion. Then like also they introduced the feature of the quiz wala, the thing that in the time of COVID. So that was also like very like kind of helpful for me, because like I kind of appeared for like more than 300 plus quizzes. Like I'm not lying. Like I have like they used to be like WhatsApp groups for those quizzes. So I used to like join through those links, and any subject or any topic they used to like, they have like in the day they used to have like 2 or 4 quizzes. So I was try to attend as much as I could manage. So those quizzes and those like scholarship tests, and then I used to appear for GTs also. Like I started giving GTs only in my like not like in internship. I started early, like in third year only I appeared for GTs. Although people like I also felt, and people were also like abhi to like क्या ही पढ़ा है like अपने like why are you appearing for GTs? But then I was like नहीं, जितना भी I have read, I'll still those at least do those questions, and then जितना नहीं पढ़ा, then at least I review the questions, and then by that I can actually see कि क्या important, and then I'll also learn that like theory content from those explanation part of me, no? So like so that was also one thing. And then there was like combat also. So they had like so many combats, like for NEET PG, like last year also they had 3 or 4 combats, and this year also they have 2 combats. Last month they had a combat also in October, in which I was in like the top 10 list. So that kind of reinforced almost everything, like it also kind of made me more enthusiastic to be competitive. Like you have to like get a good rank, and like plus I was solving MCQs while I was doing everything. So this was like this was the USP of the app. So like yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's very nice. You took part in so many quizzes, and I'm sure the live lectures helped you. And like he's
Yeah, ma'am.
mentioned about the combat, again, this Sunday we are having a combat, and it gives you amazing opportunity to win scholarships, right? So that is very, very nice. And you participating, and that serves as a this thing that students should definitely not keep the questions for later, because like he said, in the third year he started doing GTs. So it varies from person to person, but then if you avoid practicing questions, it takes you behind, right? So you have to do it when you are in your college, during your first, second, third, maybe final year only. Yeah, that is very, very important. So that's very nice of you to point out. Also, if you look at INI-CET paper this time, how what would you suggest? How important are PYQs, like in today's time? Also, are they like, since there's so much of mention about pattern changing, this and that, how important it is for an aspirant to go through the previous year questions, and कितने साल के questions उसको at least देख लेने चाहिए? What would do you think?
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, like this time, like usually they used to ask like the lengthy one, the questions which used to be have a lengthy vignette. So, like this time around, we had like more one-liners. Like so, like it was kind of a surprising thing that we had one-liners more in NEET PG. But like in INI-CET also, they're asking one-liners, and they were like not like the simple ones. Like they were kind of tricky ones. If you like, one-liners are the most risky. Like if a question which I kind of like feel is risky is a one-liner, because either you know that question or you don't know that question. So if you have solved those PYQ, or if you have covered that content maybe like somewhere, and if it's in your memory, then you might go ahead and solve that question. But until unless you don't know that fact, then I think one should not attempt a question ki we just on the basis of ki guessing ki haan, pure guessing kar rahe hain. So those PYQs were like at least 5 years wala PYQs is very, very important. Ki last ke 5 years for both, whether it's NEET PG or whether it's INI-CET or AIMS PG entrance, it used to be before. Plus like FMG questions are also like kind of which I like found which were like are based mainly one-liners, and that is kind of what happened. Like those one-liner questions kind of helped me like in this exam also. So we should not ignore like ki FMG questions bhi kyun kare. Like so it's like we can do jahan se bhi question like we can like manage to get, we can like solve them. So yeah, ma'am, that is the thing. So also plus PYQ, like इस बार PYQ like were also from like back from 13-14 also, like काफी पुराने भी आए थे कुछ तो बहुत, तो it was कि like करा हुआ था तो like हो गए थे क्वेश्चंस।
नहीं, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सही है कि PYQs को इग्नोर नहीं कर सकते. And one thing that he has pointed out, particularly I can say for the subject of PSM, I would not, like if you talk about community medicine, the questions that are coming in the FMG papers for PSM are like very, very good. And they, like if you solve them, they give you a very good sense of confidence, particularly for community medicine. So questions are not very different in any of the exams. So PYQs from all the 3 important exams, INI-CET, NEET PG and FMG, if you have the time, you should definitely go through that. You very correctly pointed out. Very correct. Okay, so that was some of the strategies that he's mentioning. So what are you planning to take now, since you've got a very pretty, like a wonderful rank? So what is your interest? Which subject are you opting for?
So ma'am, like I have always been like inclined towards medicine. So like I'll be going for internal medicine most likely if I like manage to get it. So yeah, that will be like I'll be trying to get medicine at AIMS Delhi. Like that will be my.
That is very, very nice, since he's very clear with his, with his branch of choice also. So, and what I just figured out talking to you, like you have always been more of a person who never holds, like who likes to take risk. कि ठीक है अभी नहीं पढ़ा तो भी question देख लेते हैं, because है ना. और मुझे लगता है कि वो काफी एक तो वो तुम्हारा fear हटाता है,
हाँ जी मैम.
क्योंकि there are so many students who don't do the question only because they think कि अगर गलत हो जाए तो they won't feel good, or
Yeah, ma'am.
it will
Yeah, ma'am.
throw them one step back. But I
Hmm.
find you more of a a fighter kind of कि तुमने मतलब पहले साल से ही हमको कुछ करें ना करें क्वेश्चन जरूर करेंगे. That is very
हाँ जी
very
मैम, क्वेश्चन तो करनी है.
that is very important. And what is the one last thing, like there are so many students who find PSM as a challenging and a little laid back subject. So how do you think, how important is PSM in all these entrance examinations? What would you like to say, and how should they like how was your inclination towards the subject, and how importance does this subject hold in these exams?
Okay. So I'm I was not like no different from like the most of the students like who used to like not like the subject when like I first entered the third prof. So then I luckily I came across like your like Telegram channel, and then I came across like your free lectures and like then the plus classes also, and then I attended those, and then you were like making us do those poll questions, and like you used to explain everything in like so detail. Now I'm like that concept used to be etched in my memories. So, like I was like those anopheles ke eggs and those ADs ke eggs, like they're still I know ki one looks like a cigar, and one has lateral flows, like so those small things kind of like makes the difference. So like I kind of started liking the subject as more and more I started solving those like attend more and more when I like started attending your classes. And then I used to have like my in COVID time I used to have online classes, so like I was attending online class from my college, and side by side I was listening to your classes also. I have to like be on the leaderboard of this like of ma'am's class, so like I was like regularly attending those like of your lectures, ma'am. So like I like particularly want to thank you, ma'am. Like you made me like the subject PSM specifically because it was one of my strongest subjects apart from my second prof. So I was like less fearful of PSM, because if you haven't read PSM carefully, अगर अच्छी तरह से, like you might end up losing like you have 15 to 20 questions of like आराम से PSM के होते हैं, like so like you might end up losing those precious marks. And like they are kind of easy question. If you know the concept, you might like go on solving them. It's not like you will get exact question, but at least you can like if you have like solved a similar question, you might end up solving that question easily and like without getting it negative. So this all like everything helped me together to like make PSM my strengths. And I was like, so I was very confident ki, like PSM questions to like chahe kitne de dein, like I'll be able to solve PS at least not every one of them, but at least like 90% questions of PSM I'll solve like without like fear. Yes, ma'am. So yes, ma'am. That I'm like plus the Telegram quiz like you used to conduct every day, like that was also like kind of like to her day like one topic was done for that day ki, like 10 questions iske ho gaye. So like I was like chalo like I have revised PSM for that day. So yes, ma'am, that was also very helpful for us.
No, thank you so much. But, I really feel that PSM is scoring, and if the student gets a hang of it, no, to like he said, NEET PG हो, INI हो, FMG हो, like some marks तुम्हारी मुट्ठी में है. Like अगर तुमको subject पे थोड़ा सा भी मजा आ जाए ना, so but those questions and those marks, अगर 15 आ रहे हैं तो 12, 13 तो hopefully is in your hand. No, that's
हाँ
very
जी,
nice.
ma'am.
And since you mentioned leaderboard of an academy, I hope it helped you. There are so many
Yes,
students
ma'am.
who message kabhi aata hai that today I came first on the leaderboard. So if you are more inclined towards question, it really becomes fun, and that is. Thank you so much. So any last a motivating message or something about your strategy, or any few important things that you would particularly want to tell the aspirants, particularly those who are currently in medical college? What would you tell them how to go ahead?
So I'm like the thing is like one is like sometimes like we like tend to get demotivated by like if for say like if we appeared for say even a GT or a subjective test and we got not we didn't get a like a कि like मन मुताबिक result नहीं आया हमारा, तो like we kind of get demotivated कि भाई कि like how should I like study again, we are not able to concentrate or something like that. So like in those moment of time, like one should like it's like kind of ki, like easier said than done, that one should keep faith and like still like go ahead, other than ki ki giving up, or that ki मुझसे ये subject पढ़ा नहीं जा रहा. Like when you used like for I like PSM, I just told ki like I put in the hours and it kind of yielded me with the results. So like I don't want to give up. So that was the thing, like rather than getting demotivated by check, but like you have to like keep in mind like abhi main exam nahi hai na, main exam will come, so that you can actually like prepare for that. And even if your main exam was also not good, like that doesn't mean that that's the end of the end of life. So like you can have multiple shots that like, so you like one should not get demotivated by and they should be like have faith in themselves, which view like we'll manage something or the other thing, so like that.
Yes, very, very correct. Don't give up and have faith in the journey. It's the process that matters. And, keep going ahead. He's very correctly pointed out. So, thank you so much, Dr. Phalak, for your, it's been wonderful talking to you. Actually, when we, have a conversation with all of you, it gets into me also, that I learn so many things from you, your motivation, your urge to keep going forward and not look back, and the fear, darna nahi hai. So it even kind of ends up motivating me also, although currently we are not in that phase, but still with you people preparing, we can always imagine how it is. And I'm sure all the learners, all the listeners will definitely get inspired and motivated by you. And God bless you, all the very best for your journey ahead. And any ways we as teachers can help you, please do let us know. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us and joining us.
Thank you, ma'am.
So much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.